Welcome to Networking Working, the podcast where real business stories meet meaningful connections. Brought to you by Business Matching UK, the UK's first business matching membership service with a business opportunity guarantee. Whether you're building something new, scaling something established, or just exploring smarter ways to move your business forward, you are in the right place.
Welcome back to Networking Working, the BMUK podcast. In this episode, we're joined by Janet Ewens from Oxley Wills Estate Planning, who specialise in helping individuals and families put clear, practical plans in place for the future, with a focus on straightforward guidance and tailored solutions that give clients real peace of mind. Welcome to Networking Working, Janet.
Hi, thank you.
What does your business do and who do you help?
My business is Oxley Wills Estate Planning, and it literally says what it does on the tin. I help people put into place their wills, power of attorneys, and trusts. So lots of trusts that we can put in place, and so we do a lot of education around the importance of all three. And it's really interesting because there's about 20,000 different trusts that we can help people with.
How did you first get involved with BMUK and what drew you to the community?
I've known Paul for a couple of years, and so I've been with as we've evolved into following his vision for BMUK to the business matching. Then from the beginning, as we've expanded the community here up in the northeast, and then once we decided to expand it across the country.
How do you see BMUK supporting your future growth?
BMUK is growing and it is evolving, and it is evolving to this platform where we still have a mixture of online networking, which suits me fine because I do a lot of Zoom calls, and or where we can meet face to face. We have the options to go around the country as well, which is great for people who work nationally, so we can meet more people. We're all connecting. It's going to be amazing.
How does networking within BMUK differ from other networking experiences you've had?
Paul's striving to be matching businesses, so he's like our ambassador. So how he's keeping track is beyond me because he's got quite a lot of people within the network now. So he's out there championing for us, and anybody who wants to know anybody, then Paul's going to be the first port of call. And it's just good to see the platform evolving where more people can easily find us and connect with so many businesses that way.
Who ideally are you looking to hear from, Janet?
In my business, I work with quite a variety of people. The estate planning is just part of what I do. So I work with families. I also have a health business, Babylon Health Hub. And so I've evolved over the last year into swapping seats within the BMUK platform. But I work with families right from preconception, families to be, right the way through children and through all of life. And I did a lot of work with estate planners, and so it was a natural progression when I was asked, do you want to come and join us because you're doing so much? And I thought, yeah, it just adds into the business I do. For about the last 8 years, I've been working and building a little health hub. Babylon Health Hub is my baby, and it's all about how I help you to help yourself with preventative healthcare. So we look at lifestyle medicine, we look at testing, we look at natural solutions to get to the root cause. I'm developing the Health Hub to look at an alternative to our reactive healthcare system. So instead of going to doctors to just be treat on your symptoms, let's look at prevention because it's so much easier than cure, right? Because once we're trying to look for an answer, it's very, very difficult. And once we get caught up in the healthcare system, it's very hard to get away from it. So I'm a big champion of let's not get sick in the first place. Let's look at what is available. There's so many companies that are working on healthcare. They're not out there in the mainstream. I'm a big researcher, and I research and work with a lot of the companies that they invest millions in scientific research. So the latest scientific research is out there. And it's just educating people, where I educate people around how to protect themselves with their wills at end of life, but educate people on let's stay healthy, let's protect our children, let's look at what's going on in our food chain, the products we use, the environment we're in, and then we can take those steps to stay healthy and let's not get sick. And so that's a big passion of mine. And we've just got to stop and look at what's happening to our children. And a lot of it can be taken down to the food we eat, the products we use, relationships, all sorts. And we just flip it to what we used to do hundreds of years ago, where the family looked and kept everything healthy. And so I'm a big pioneer of that. Anybody looking for any answers, looking to resolve those aches and pains and how to reduce inflammation, just come and have a chat on that as well. And also help them look at how we protect everything. And especially I see so many people do not set up wills. And your will is your written set of instructions. And if you do not leave a written set of instructions, the government will step in and give you a will. And that doesn't necessarily mean to say it will go where it's going to go. One of the big things for me, and I see so many, is guardianship. We have so many families that the children are left in care because they do not realise they need to appoint guardians within a will. And everybody seems to think that natural progression, if the unimaginable happens, both parents are in an accident, they don't come back from holiday, which it does happen, that the parents are going to step in and look after their children. Well, that doesn't happen. There's no such thing as next of kin now. And social services will just put those children straight into care. And the family, whether it's brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandparents, have to literally apply and go through the whole process. And in the meantime, children are in the care system. So educating people about what can happen in the mess that's left when people don't plan. It's the same as when people lose capacity. And that is not just old age with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, but it's actually what happens if you have a mental breakdown. And it does happen. People hit burnout and they lose capacity. Who's going to run your business? Who's going to look after your family? Who's going to pay your bills? Without lasting power of attorneys, we leave our families in such a mess. And at times when people are already struggling with what's going on, to then have to deal with red tape of authorities. I love doing this because I love talking to people, and every family is different and has different stories. I had a couple last night that I was talking to about their estate planning, and they're in their 70s, second relationship, been together about 16 years, and they're not married. And that has lots of implications because they have property together. What's going to happen when one goes? They still have old wills to previous partners. And people just don't think about the mess that is left behind. So I just love talking to people and networking and connect with other people. Who I'm looking for when I'm networking is for people that I work in collaboration with. So I'm looking for accountants who deal with a lot of people. I'm looking for family lawyers who deal with separation issues, divorce issues, what's going to happen to property, how do we protect it, how do we make sure we protect everything for future generations. Financial advisors, because I'm not authorised to give financial advice. So I work with a network of financial advisors who I then would introduce to my clients. And so together we can all collaborate and help each other.
This episode of Networking Working is brought to you by Business Matching UK, the UK's first business matching membership service with a business opportunity guarantee. If you're tired of turning up to networking events that lead nowhere, BMUK guarantees to offer something different. Structured, supported, and strategically driven business development, designed to connect the right people in the right way at the right time. With a blend of face-to-face and online meetings, plus 7 unique mechanisms, BMUK guarantees real business opportunities, and that guarantee is the cornerstone of what makes us different. Stop chasing leads and referrals. Start matching with meaningful opportunities. Register your interest today at www.business-matching.co.uk. Business Matching UK. Matching ambition with opportunity.
Do you think we've become better or worse talking about end of life as a society these days?
I think people still avoid it. When I'm speaking to people and they're saying, well, we want to do this, we're going to do that. And I say, yeah, that's fine, but you still have to speak to your kids. Years ago, when I was in my 20s and my dad said, there's a card, that's where our will is. And I just went, okay. And I literally just dropped it and didn't want anything to do with it. Because I think as younger people, as children, and even young adults, we don't want to think that our parents are going to die. And it's the unimaginable, isn't it? And we all think everybody's going to live forever. And so people don't talk about it. But I think because more and more people are dying younger and the laws changing around what we can protect, what we can't. I think the conversations are starting to open up more. And we have to talk to people, and we have to tell people what happens in the case of Oda. Where can we find the information that you've left? My husband nags me all the time because I look after all of the finances, the bank account, savings. And of course, he's quite happy to let me do that. And it's usually one partner does and one doesn't. And he keeps saying, if anything happens to you, I wouldn't know where to start. Even just looking on our joint finances, what we have. So I need to make sure my kids say that as well. They'll say, start writing that list, Mum, so we know what to do. And so it's just having these conversations with people. Let's start just having a book at hand should anything happen.
How can people find you, Janet, and the business?
Apart from networking and a prolific networker in the Northeast, you can find me online at LinkedIn under my name, Janet Ewens, and we have our new website at Oxley Wills and Estate Planning.co.uk, and as well as emailing Janet at Oxley Wills and Estate Planning.co.uk. People can reach me on LinkedIn easily, then you can get me through the website as well.
And everyone's favourite question, Janet, if BMUK were a single tool in your desert island survival kit for business, what would that tool be and why?
Well, we did debate about this one, didn't we, whether we were going to keep it clean? Because I know what Paul's like and being a scroddy. And we thought, will we just appeal to his sense of humour or keep it clean? So I think for my desert island survival kit within BMUK would have to be a sun hat. That's because BMUK strives to cover everything I may need to survive.
Thank you so much, Janet. Your work helps make what can often feel like complex or uncomfortable decisions much easier to understand, ensuring people have the right protections in place for their loved ones and their assets. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
If today's episode gave you fresh insight, a practical takeaway, or simply something to think about, hit follow, leave us a rating or review, and share the episode with someone else navigating the same landscape. Networking Working is powered by Business Matching UK, a movement changing the way businesses connect, collaborate, and grow. If you're ready to take a more strategic, supported approach to your business development, one that's built on strategy, not chance, then BMUK is what you didn't know you needed. Visit www.business-matching.co.uk to explore more and register your interest.
The information in this podcast is for general guidance and entertainment purposes only. The Networking Working podcast shares ideas and experiences to inspire and inform, and we believe they can be valuable, but they may only reflect part of your own business journey. We always recommend seeking independent advice and using your own judgment to decide what's right for your business. We encourage you to do your own research before making any decisions. The opinions in this episode are our own and those of our guests, and we do our best to ensure the content is accurate and relevant at the time of recording. If you have any questions or would like to continue the conversation, you can reach us at info@business-matching.co.uk. Thank you for listening.